Welcome to my channel, my name is Valerio and today we're gonna review the Grendizer U SMP from the Shokugan modeling project, or as we like to call it, Super Mini Pla. So for the one that don't know anything about this particular version of Grendizer, this is the latest reboot for the old brand. It has been recently been shown and well, people have quite divisive idea about it. On my hand, I'm just happy they pick up an old intellectual property and decide to give it another shot. Now, whatever you decide about the story, this is just about the robot, that it's a light reinterpretation of the original Grendizer, and this is the model kit out of it. So this is a very easy model kit. The robot out of this, the model kit out of this line are pretty easy to be built, and I bought this one for 28 euro on Hobbylink Japan, to which then you need to add shipment. So as a reminder, if you ship only one thing from such website, it is very expensive. If you add several things, you're able to spread the shipping cost among several items. Now, said so, we will start to look at the content. So there are some pre-painted part for the joy or hate of builder. There are not too many and they are okay done. Let's say nothing to scream oh my god, is incredible, but they're still okay. There is a pre-paint runner in silver, much appreciated. And now we're gonna look at the other runner. Everything else that is supposed to be silver, or I think the technical color is duraluminium. It is not. It is pre-painted plastic and it's not pre-painted, like it's just plastic on particular color. There is that kind of light blue. The red is terrible, looks way better on the camera than it is live. And there is the dark blue. The dark blue is kind of a standard Gundam dark blue, if you have that in mind. Another runner of dark blue. And now we're gonna start with the black parts. Black part, nothing to scream home about. I want to say they look much better on the camera than they look live. Bandai does better kind of plastics, and here is a bit of a mix mesh on higher quality plastic and lower quality plastics. By lower quality, I mean that the color in which they've been printed can be a bit better. Now, it's not too much stuff, but the cost is very low, so we don't have to complain about it. I was expecting a tiny bit more, but that's okay. And now, before I forget, there is an extra, so there are some stickers, so this is not color perfect, and instructions are in color and very easy to follow. I'm happy that they started finally to do color instruction as Moderoid. Now we're gonna look at the accessories. Altogether it took me less than 1 hour to build it, so pretty fast. I am a very experienced builder, however this is pretty easy, so maybe 2 hours for you or 1 hour and a half. So this is where I can't remember the double arcan. I know the Italian name, but this is it. And this is when you connect them together, they give you another stick to which you can swap the blade from one to another. And they look pretty good. I'm pretty happy they pre-painted in silver. The hands there, these are just extra swappable hands. I like to keep them on the double arcan because this is gonna be the final pose of my robot in my collection after I finish to paint it. So you see, ta-da! It's okay. Nothing to scream home about. These are the famous expressive hands. Then there are two different kind of small fists. They are the one that I've installed on it, and this one. One are smaller, the other one are bigger. I think the one are for the attachment inside the spacer. It's not attachment, but for the perfect transformation, even though it doesn't transform. Now we finish with accessories, and we're gonna look at our robot. As I say, 1 hour for me, maybe 1 hour and a half for you, maybe 45 minutes. Here it is. First thing first, it's very small. It's like 15 centimeters, give it or take it. And it doesn't look too bad as in the first picture they show out of it. It looks like a less with very long leg. However, the proportions are still a bit weird. He has very long arms and very long leg, and the bust is pretty small, the chest area. Actually, chest area is not so small. I think it's just a situation on how it has been built to begin with. So anyway, better than expected. Still very tiny. I remember that I read it was small, but holy cow. Seam lines not terrible other than the legs, and I will show. So I will highly recommend. I will publish another video in which I painted and I show how to fix them, because they are not incredibly show since they are on the side, but I think if you want to have the best version out of it, you will need to fix these lines on the side. Now, as I was saying, you need stickers because it's not color perfect, and it will improve a bit the appearance out of it. However, the silver plastic on the body, not the one on the double arcan, which is good, silver plastic on the body is pretty bad. so you will want to paint it. Now the head is mainly done by pre-painted parts, and now we're gonna look at articulation, ups and downs. So the heads has the tendency to pop. If you do it slowly, it will not pop, but let's say it's a bit weird because normally Bandai doesn't make it wrong. However, articulation on the arm can raise up to this level. What the hell? Honestly, it's very, 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 very limited. Yes, you can fake, and there are not many positions that want you to do the, I don't know, the open, the spread arms one. However, very limited. Anyway, bicep swivel. You have to kind of move the blades around the forearm in order to be able to close. There is an ab crunch on the top, you see, and there are a double articulation, but the one at the bottom doesn't move much. It is like 15 and 15 degrees. Now it can half do the split, and that is okay. I don't know actually anybody that used that articulation more than that. The legs close very, very well. They can rotate on the tight, and the feet are like on kind of ball peg. Please pay attention. If you're not able to fit them, it's because they're not perfectly circular. You see it here popped up, but they're like, they have a tougher side. Now I will fix it later. I don't press too much my model kit until I finish to paint them, because I need to glue stuff and I need to open them again. Now for a very quick comparison, I will pull off some model kit, but first Lego Dude. Lego Dude, very tiny. It's Steve. And we don't have any more the old one. So this is the Yatodettaman, if I'm not wrong, still SMP. This is the Tetsujin 28, the second version Moderoid, tiny bit taller. Daitan SMP line, much bigger, way much bigger. They look like from different companies. Now this is from L-Game. I pulled off the first one that I had on. It's an HG, kind of the same. The Moderoid Mazinger Z is a bit smaller. Let me pull off something else that you might have hanging around the house. Very similar quality. With, well, the master grade, the Zgok is much better and much bigger, and it's not one of the very big one. And the Voltron Moderate, way higher quality out of it. Different price as well. I think it was like double the price of this. However, it is more than double the quality. So now we're gonna go for conclusion. And very quickly, I will recollect. I will go on to plus and minus, and then I will say my recommendation. So for the minus, articulation is pretty limited. Parts tend to pop up, but this is not an action figure. This is a model kit. There are too many stickers for my taste. I do understand that the blades around the arms are a bit hard, but you will kind of double the amount of parts if you want to do them. That one in perfect color separation. However, they could have done. People would have gladly spent $5 more for not having to add stickers. There are other stickers around the waist. Anyway, not loving it too much. A bit, but this is a big cons actually. The spacer, it is a P Bandai, so it's gonna be much harder to find. Accessories, I think there is everything that is supposed to be. I think some special effect would have been appreciated, but let's not exaggerate. And what else? Yeah, the quality of the silver plastic on him, not on the double Arken, but on him, it is less than stellar. Like, it looks like cheap plastic. So I highly recommend a spray can and put it in silver. Or if you're interested, I will publish another video in 1 or 2 weeks stop where I paint it. And well, write it in the comment how you would like to get painted. I can go on to what I call a God tier mod, in which I give it all my best. I don't have much time, but I will try to do it the best I possibly can. So fix all the seams line, and obviously don't try to do a Chogokin, but try to do something more interesting with the color. Or I can do an end paint guide out of it. Let me know what do you prefer of the two. Anyway, sorry, control with the Pro totally looks, I mean, to me it looks like the one from the anime. I watched a few episodes out of it, and this is what it shows like. Proportion not as terrible as they look into the first image they produced of this robot when they were starting to show the prototypes. Even if the articulation is limited, it's not terrible. I saw way worse. Like most of model kit that I do that are not Bandai are fundamentally statue, and this is way leaps and bounds over than that. And then, guys, I mean, it is Grendizer, so yes, this is this is an automatic win point kind of things. So, do I recommend it or not? Okay, they're gonna publish another version of this one under the Robot Spirit line, if I'm not wrong. Don't buy that one. It is this one with a tiny bit more of paint, but it's fundamentally the same model for 30-40 bucks more. Don't recommend this one. This one, if you have a limited budget, highly recommended. If you don't want to wait for the Soul of Chogokin that I think that they presented is gonna be released at a certain point, and you don't want to wait, just buy this one. If you find it at this price, that is, let's say in euro, will be between around 50 bucks, I want to say, yes, sure, but if you find it at 100, leave it where it is. And if you love Grendizer and you need to have this version, yeah, sure, highly recommend it. However, if you want to have a model kit that is the top of technology, this is not it. Anyway, it is fun and is recommended for me. Have a nice day, guys.